Today we're looking at MPanel InSite, and we have an option here where we, under Settings, when you first start a project, I'm going to click Project New. I can go to Settings and I can go to Grid. And what this option is here is this allows me to set up a basic dimension. Like if I want to use 15 by 15, if I don't want to use a ground image, that allows me to build a grid plane with 15 lines in each direction so that I can kind of plan out. Now the default size, if you're using feet, inches, and fractions for the division of the grid, is 3 feet. But you can set the subdivision side. Here I've set that to 6 inches, and I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. When I click on ground image, automatically what you're going to see is I get a grid that's built out of 15 lines by 15 lines. There's 3 feet between each one of these. If I go down now and say I want to add a ground plane, from Image File, I will select an image here. I'll select this corner lot of this house and click OK. Now what that allows me to do is I can actually use the Set Scale feature, and I'm going to know that from the corner of the sidewalk up to the house is exactly 22 feet. Okay, that's going to put a dimension marker in here of 22 feet. It scales everything as well, and I get the grid showing on my lot. Now again, 3 feet in between each one of these. If I go to Build Model, I have a couple of options up here under View Filter and under View Settings, and as well as Snap to Grid. If I want to see the grid, I can leave it on or I can shut it off. I'm going to leave it on for this, and I'm going to say Snap to Grid on the Grid Snap. So there's no Snap, Snap to Grid, and Snap to Grid Subdivision. We'll leave it on Grid for now. If I go to Place Poles, notice that even if I'm off a little bit, it will still automatically jump to the grid division. I'm going to change now to Snap to Grid Subdivision. And on the pole feature, let's zoom in a little farther on this, you'll see that it still does snap to the grid lines, but as well I can snap to each 6-inch subdivision between those lines. As well, I can snap to 6-inch divisions all the way across. So under Snap to Grid, I can snap to the grid lines itself or Snap to Grid Subdivision. If I want no snap, that'll allow me to place a pole at any location I like on the grid plane itself. Alright, so I hope this helped you. Under Project, Settings, Grid, you can change the subdivision size, and under Build Model, you can say Snap to Grid Subdivision.